Hello there, this is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations, and today I'm going to be making an adorable little treat box with you guys. This is one of our mini pizza boxes from the mini catalog, the holiday catalog, and we are going to be creating this little box that has a great little window in it, so you can fill it full of lots of little treats. I just happened to eat the ones that were in there, so there's none in there for you to see. But you can fill these little boxes with great little treats. They are food safe. They have that plastic lining in them. So therefore, if you want to do homemade treats, you can, or baking for any other occasion. These are great little boxes, and you can put any type of food in them. You can also use them for packaging gifts or making little card sets. And I'm going to show you a couple samples that I did a little bit later of little card sets that I did as well. So before we get started on this little box, I'll just let you know that this is the current host code that I have going right now. And for any order that is $60 before shipping and taxes, your name will go into my In It to Win It draw. So for those who don't know what my In It to Win It draw is, I have got a board that I've put everybody's name on who places an order that is $60 or more, and there is 50 spots on that board. So if you happen to place an order using the host code through my online store, you have got a chance right now of winning a full set of Stampin' Write markers, and these are valued in the catalog at $149 Canadian. So I am a Canadian demonstrator, so you do have to be within Canada to order through my online store, but that is the giveaway. So I have got 4 spots left out of 50, so they will fill up in the next little while, and then I will be drawing that prize. So once that one is gone, I will have another fabulous prize that I will be again starting my board over again from the beginning. So I'll keep you posted on that, and I will do a live draw when for the markers when my In It to Win It board fills this round. Okay. So I am going to get started with the box. I'm first going to just show you, get all this stuff out of the way. The pizza boxes come flat like this, okay? They come in a package of 8, so it's a great value. They're quick and easy to put together, as you're going to see, and you can even decorate them if you want and keep them flat so that they're easy for storing, and then when you need to put your box together and put a gift in there, they're just quick and easy to put together, okay? We're going to be using a couple items from the holiday catalog. We are going to be using this adorable little cat punch. I love this one. We are going to be using some papers from the Merry Little Christmas. So this is a set it's black and white on one side, all sorts of patterns, and then it has green and white. This is the olive green and white on the other. And it is a great set for Christmas and just all year round, because this pattern right now is so popular in home decor. So that's why I wanted to use this pattern. We are going to use a stamp set, which is the Labels of Love. This one has all the different occasions on it. We're going to use a Halloween one here, and we're going to punch it out with the everyday label punch. Okay, so I want to get started and show you how I created the little window for the front of the box. So I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. And I hope I don't bump the camera too much and make it shake too much when this Big Shot gets going here. But when you go to cut the front of the pizza box, it is a little bit thicker than just average cardstock. I have got just my regular platform on here. I have got my thin die adapter as well as my clear plates. I am bringing in one of the circles from our Layering Circles framelits, and I'm going to be placing that on the front of the box. So when you have a look, just pull this out for a second. When you have a look, the front of the box is this one here that has this little cutout. Okay, it's not this big, larger, wide piece that has a little hole here. Okay, this one has just a little shape on it. It's slightly smaller, and this is the top of the box. Okay, so we're going to just place the circle in the center. I'm going to go ahead and do that and try and center it. If you're concerned with your circle moving at all as you're rolling it through, then you can just get out a piece of washi tape and just pop it down to hold it in place. So I'm going to do that. Now, because it is a slightly thicker piece of cardboard, I'm just going to put it on an angle here so I don't bump the camera. I am going to run it through 3 times. I'll try not to get my hand in the way there. So I'm going to go once, then I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to go back one more time, just because it is thicker and I just want to make sure I get a nice clean cut on there. Okay, so let's see how we did. I think we are all the way through. We are perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take the front of that. Now I'm going to use this little circle one more time in a few minutes. But first I want to show you how we got the little rest of the window done here. So I'm going to pull the Big Shot out of the way. I'm going to take my 2 layers that are on the front of the box and I'm going to glue them together. So I'm just going to go around the edges here, just with a little bit of Tombow, just like that. And I'm going to center my layers. There we go, perfect. Give it a little rub. Okay, so now this is where you can take the guesswork out of trying to line up the circle. So, because if you were to cut a circle in the center of here, it wouldn't necessarily be lined up perfectly with the circle that you already have. So what I want you to do is I want to take that layer and I want to place it on the front of the box where that circle, where I want it to go. So I'm going to make sure that it's nice and even. Okay, I'm going to hang on to it with one hand here and I'm going to just flip it over. Now I'm going to take a pen and I'm just going to go on 4 little sides here and I'm just going to do the outline of the circle there. Okay, and you can see it's kind of pen on black, but you can see where the marks are for the circle. See, now what I can do is I can bring that Big Shot back in, put the handle the right way so I can move it here, and I can quickly run that circle again. And again, I've got the tape on there so I know that I'm going to keep it in the right spot. Perfect, like that. And grab my other plate, and I'm just going to quickly, I just need to adjust that a bit, make sure everything's all even. Got my sandwich right here. Okay, now I'm going to run it through. And again, because I've got 1 piece of cardstock and 1 piece of DSP, I'm just going to run it back and forth. Okay, because I want to make sure I get a nice clean cut on this piece as well. And there we have it. Okay, so there is our layer for the top of our box, and we'll see how that lines up perfectly in a minute. While I have the Big Shot here, I want to do one other little piece, which is cut out of our orange. This is Tangerine Tango is what I'm using for the orange, just because it's a little bit brighter. And I want to make the little tiny frame that is going to go around the front of that window. So again, I'm using the washi tape. I have got the circle that we use to cut everything out, and then I've just gone and I've picked out one of the larger scallops from that same layering circle set. The layering circle set is, for me, it is a staple with my Big Shot. I use it all the time. So I'm going to run those 2 together. And it just makes it a little bit easier and quicker if you run them both together. I mean, you could do each piece separately, but if you use a little washi tape, you might as well run them both together. And I'll show you what we're going to end up with here. We are going to end up with this little piece right here, which is what I want. Okay. All right, so let's review what we've got so far. I have got my layering piece. I have got my little frame. Let's bring my box back in and let's start putting this together. So I'm going to take my circle, and you just have to kind of line it up and see which way, because it's going to fit perfectly on one way. So I just got to figure out which way that was. There it is. Okay. So you can see how it lines up perfectly with the circle, which is what I want. I'm going to bring in my camera a little bit so you guys can just see the assembly a little bit better. Try and make it so I'm not shaking here. Sorry about that. Oh, my camera's slipping. Come on. Behave, camera. There we go. Some technical difficulties. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to get in my Tombow glue again, and we're going to just add a little bit around the edges. I'm going to pop this on the front, just like that. I'm going to give it a rub. Then I'm going to use a little bit of glue, and I'm going to go around just a little bit here on this window frame. Just like that. And that fits on there perfectly. Excellent. Okay, so we have got our little framed window for our box. We're looking very cute here. Now, you have got a couple different options for your window. In my sample here, you can see right through the window, okay? Say you wanted it just not quite as see-through transparent. Instead, you could use a piece of vellum. So that's what I'm going to do this time. So you can still see a little bit through it, but there's a little bit more element. See how you can see my fingers through there? A little bit more of an element of surprise. So you maybe can't quite figure out what's in there, but you might see that it might be treats in there. So I am going to turn over my box here, and I'm going to take my piece of vellum, and the vellum I cut just 1/4 of an inch smaller than the top of the box. So the boxes are 3.5 by 3.5. I just got to find my glue dots here. And so this square is 3.25 by 3.25. So what I'm doing here is I'm just pushing a little glue dot on all 4 corners of my vellum. And I'm going to line it up on the inside of the box and press it down. So there is our window complete. Looking good. All right, so let's do some decorating. I am going to bring in, let's see if I've got my scrap of black. And we are going to punch out 1 black cat. So there is our adorable little cat. Now, I'm just going to quickly stamp our little Halloween saying. And again, this was from the Labels of Loves stamp set. And I'm using the Tangerine Tango, which is the same color cardstock as we used for that window. And I'm just going to stamp that out. Just like that. Perfect. And I'm going to punch it out with my everyday label punch. So when you're punching things, you want to always stamp them first and then punch them separate or secondly, so that you can always see exactly where that stamp is, so that it's level and even within the edges of the stamp. So I always say to everyone, you know, stamp first, punch second. Okay. All right, so now I am just going to put the front of this together, and I'm going to use a couple of our mini Stampin' Dimensions. I love these. These are new with this last main catalog. They finally brought out little mini ones, so we don't have to cut all of the regular size dimensionals in half, so this is perfect. So you can see that I'm actually not putting them on the cat, and there's a reason for that. I want the dimensions to actually be on the edge here. I don't want to take a chance of them going onto this side, because then you would actually see them through the inside of the box. So instead, I place them on the frame, just on the edge, and then I place my cat. So there is my little kitty cat, looking so cute. Now I'm going to do the little saying, and with the saying it's a little bit safer. I can see that the edges aren't going to be over top of the window, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put just one little Stampin' Dimension on each end, and I'm going to put that down there. I think right about there is good. That way you can still see a little bit of that window, so you'll have a little peek of what's inside. And just to finish it off, I am going to bring in our black rhinestone gems, which I am loving. These are in the holiday catalog as well, and I'm just going to place one on each end here just to add a little bit of sparkle, little shiny element of black. You could use plain rhinestones as well, but I love the black, and I hope that they keep these in for the main catalog because you can use black rhinestones all year round, so I love them. Okay, so now we're going to do an assembly. So we are done with the decorating of the box. It's looking so cute. And now all we're going to do is assemble that box. So I'm actually going to start with the bottom here. So I've got the shiny side up because I'm now assembling the box. These little tiny pieces that are sitting right in here on these sides will just kind of come out, okay? And it's just like doing any other, if you've ever put together a pizza box, these little tips slide into those little slots. And this one is going to just fold over and it clicks right into those same slots. So you can see that? So that is in there solid. Then what I'm going to do is just fold these guys in. I'm going to make all the creases for the top of the box here, just like that. I just want to make sure these are nice and creased. There we go. And then you just tuck it in. Come on, little kitty cat. I am all thumbs right now. There we go. Good. Okay, so once you've worked it in there, then it's good. Okay, so there it is there, and there is my finished little box. So this is, again, the one with the vellum. This is the one with the clear. So I like them both. It all depends on, oh, I got a little dimension thing in there. It all depends, I guess, what you're putting inside, if you want it to be more of a surprise or not. Okay, but really easy to make. Cute little project. If you wanted, you could make these for Christmas, and I think these would be great to go at everyone's place settings, and you could put a little special treat in there, fill it with all sorts of goodies at the table. Okay, so I'm going to put those aside. I'm going to show you a couple other ones that I made. My hostess group this month, we played around with these little boxes, and we made a couple other different ones, so I'm just going to quickly show you them. This one here is a set of note cards. We are using the Merry Little Labels is what we used, again with the Everyday Label Punch. And actually those two things together is a bundle in the new catalog, so in the holiday catalog. So it is a 10% discount when you purchase them together, okay? When I open it up, I threaded some of our beautiful ribbon through there, just added a little liner on the inside, and then there is 4 little envelopes and these adorable little gift enclosure cards. So those are what I've got in that one. And again, I love this threading the little ribbon through there. I thought that was pretty clever. Okay, so there's that one. This one here, I wanted to do a little something different with the front of it. So I actually embedded this little rose, the rose that we have from the Rose Wonder Thinlits, and I cut the same shape out of the DSP and then did one of these Thinlits and just put it within the cutout. So that's how you get that really cool decoration on the front. So I think it's quite effective. Inside, we have got, again, a little bit of decorative DSP and some fancy envelopes. And then I just went and did 4 little holiday or happy birthday little gift notes that are perfect to give somebody for their birthday to pop in with their presents. So I thought that was kind of a super cute one as well. And these would be great gifts for you to make up and have on hand to take to somebody if you're just going over to their house for tea, or just to surprise them, pop them in the mail or stick them on their doorstep. I think it's a cute little gift to give somebody. Okay, so those are just some of the creations you can make with the mini pizza boxes. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you guys have a fabulous and safe Halloween. And I will be back soon creating a couple more projects for you later this week. Okay, thanks for stopping in. Bye.